Hello everyone, my name is Veer and in this video we are going to see how we can publish an extent report with screenshot for failed test cases. So let's see what are the things that we need to do in order to achieve this. So quickly I will show you the code changes that I had done in order to achieve this. Okay. So first of all, what I have done, I have created one method which will capture the screenshot. Okay. And we are capturing the screenshot when there is a failure in the test case. So in order to do that, I have used TestNG's iTest result interface, and it has one of the enumeration which gives you status as a failure. Okay, so I have compared that, and after that I have taken a screenshot. Okay, and the screenshot I have stored on a folder screenshots. Okay, and the file name for the screenshot is the test name dot png, whatever the test we are which is getting failed dot png. Okay, so that will be the file name. This is the first change that I have done in the code. The next step is to add the screenshot that has been taken. So in order to do that, what I have done, this is the extent report file which actually generates the extent report. Here what I have done, here what I have checked is there are failures for the test. Okay, so if there is a failure, then what I have done, we have one variable or a one extent test which we are going to use for adding the screenshot. Okay, so for this what I have done, I have taken the path of the screenshot folder and I have attached it using the method test.fail. A description has been given and I have attached a screenshot. Okay, so for that what you have to use media entity builder dot create screen capture from path, and you have to specify the path where your screenshot is located. Okay, so these are the changes that I have done. I will explain you why I have used this read properties and final read properties for the for creating a final path. Okay, first let's see whether we are successfully taking the screenshot and it is getting attached by running it locally. Okay, so I'll just click on run over here. So browser has opened, it started executing the test. Purposefully I have marked one test as a failed. Okay, so if you can see the method name as a failed test case. Okay, now let's see whether the folder is getting generated with screenshots and is there any screenshot image. Okay, if you can see, there is a folder generated with the name screenshots and there is a image for the failed test case. Okay, now let's see in the reports file whether we are able to see the screenshot. And if you can see, the screenshot has been attached. Okay, now let's open the Jenkins and try to run the same code. Okay, so I log into my Jenkins and this is my build definition for that, and I will click on build now. Okay, so let's see, we are able to get the same report with attachment, same kind of report with attachment. So the build execution has been started. So the browser has opened. Sorry. Okay, the execution is completed. Now let's see. We are able to see the extent report with image. See, there is a failed test case, but we are not able to see the screenshot. Okay, let's try to identify why this has been happened. Okay, so if you can see over here, it is saying that not allowed to load a local resource. Okay, so what Jenkins is trying to get is the image from this particular path. Okay, but this is not allowed in the Jenkins. So in order to overcome this, what I have done, let's see in the code. Okay, so before going to the code, I'll show you the workspace where the screenshot folder is get generated. Okay, so if you can see, this is the folder where the screenshot is present. Okay, if you can see the path over here, this is our localhost 8080. Okay, job, then the name of the project in the Jenkins, this is WS for workspace, and then the screenshot folder, and then you have the image for the screenshot. Okay, so if you browse the image like this, then it is visible to you. Okay, but what Jenkins is looking in the report, it is looking for this particular path. Okay, so in order to avoid this, what I have done, I have used the test.properties file. Here I have done two things. Okay, first thing is I have controlled which path to take based on this environment variable. Okay, if I specify local, then it will take this particular folder path and the images will be available to the report. Okay, and if I specify the environment variable other than local, say Jenkins, then it will use this particular path. Okay, remote report path, and if you can see, this is the path. It's the same that I shown you few minutes back in the Jenkins. Okay, job test ng test demo, this is the build name, then WS for workspace, and the screenshot is nothing but the folder where the screenshot is stored. Okay, now what I will do, I will change this environment variable to Jenkins. Okay, and now let's run the code from the Jenkins build. Okay, and let's see, we are now seeing the image properly in the report. Okay, now the build has started. The browser has opened now, so it will execute the same test cases that has been written in the code. Okay, the now execution has been completed. Let's wait for the report to be get published. Okay, now let's try to open the report. Now if you can see, the image is available. Okay, and if you can just click on F12 and try to grab the image path, then you will find the same. If you can see, job test ng demo ws screenshot folder and field test case.png. So that's it for this video, guys. Hope this will help you to have your extent report with screenshot in Jenkins. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thanks for